Hello, and welcome to the wonderful world of words with me, your host, Miss T, where we get classy with words. That's right, my friends, we're talking word classes. And the class of word that we are talking about today is the humble adverb. An adverb is a word, or if it's an adverbial, a set of words which modify a verb. That's right. Modifies, if you modify something, you change it, you improve it, you add to it. You modify a car, you make it how you want. We're not going to modify cars. In this case, we're going to modify verbs. You know verbs? They're those action words, those doing words. Sometimes they're being words, action words. Using an adverb adds extra information to the verb so that the listener or the reader knows more about the action which is happening. So let's be clear and know just what we're talking about. Let's remind ourselves of the fact that a verb usually tells us what is happening in a sentence. It's the doing word. Sometimes the being word. Most of the time it's the doing word in a sentence. Well, an adverb can tell us how the verb is doing what it's doing. That is our focus for this video here. The manner of the verb. How is it doing? But a little sneak peek for you. An adverb can also tell us how often, when, or where a verb is doing what it's doing. Today, we're concentrating on the how the verb is doing. So there you are, doing your thing, minding your business, and you encounter a verb in a sentence. All sentences, grammatically correct sentences, have verbs in them. And you think to yourself, well, that's a decent enough verb. It tells me what's happening in the sentence. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. But I want to know more. I want to know how it's doing. So you go up to the verb and you say, how you doing? How are you doing? So let's take a verb. Let's take a verb such as talk. That's what I'm doing now. I am talking. How am I talking? Perhaps I am talking very sweetly. Or maybe I am talking very softly. Perhaps I'm talking quite carefully. Or maybe I'm talking completely crazily, frantically, madly. Or because I got y'all here, I'm speaking very happily. Okay. Have you noticed something? Lots and lots of adverbs that are used to tell us the manner of the verb, to tell us how the verb are doing, are formed by adding the ly suffix to the end of a word that already exists. Often, not always, you'll find those adverbs ending in ly. So not only can you be better speakers and writers by choosing adverbs well, you can also be good spellers, because if you've got a word and you know that you just have to plug an ly onto the end, bish bash bosh, brand new word, brand new spelling. Isn't that fantastic? I just want to draw your attention to the fact that should you come across a word like an adjective that ends in a y, don't just add ly, change the y at the end of your original word into an I before adding ly. You probably know that, but it's worth remembering. So, I challenge you now to get up on your feet. I am going to say a verb. You are going to call back at the screen at me, how you doing, and I am going to tell you how you are going to perform that action. Are you ready? Make some space. I would like for you to jump. The verb is to jump. You jump, please. What's that you say? Did you say, how you doing? I'd like for you to jump sloppily. Try that. And then please could you try jumping quietly. Okay, relax. Let's have another nice action verb. Could you please pat your head? Now notice this time I've got some other words which happen to be adverbials, but don't worry about that. We can still tell the verb how to pat. The verb itself is pat. How are you going to pat? You're going to pat yourself on your head. How? Please could you pat yourself on the head angrily. Don't hurt yourself though. And now could you pat yourself on the head softly. Fantastic. You got the idea? All right. I think you're probably ready to make a start with your work. And what I would like for you to do first is on your piece of paper or in your document, I'd like for you to time yourself and see how many adverbs you can come up with in 5 minutes. If you've got a phone, set your timer. If not, just watch the clock. 5 minutes, this is part of your assignment. How many adverbs can you write in 5 minutes? And by the way, there's one which we never put an ly on. It's not fastly, it's just fast. Otherwise, I should see lots of lovely adverbs ending in ly. Next time, we will be finding out about some adverbs of time. Oh yes, something to look forward to. Until then,